Folks, this is Rogue News pre-market preview for the week of September 9th. This is Frank with Dex, the Algo Capitalist, and we're going to take a look at what's happening in these markets. How's it going, Dex?
It's all right.
It's all right. But you just told me that you had a fantastic weekend, and it was the best thing ever.
The weekend was all of that. It's the Monday it's all right.
Yeah, Monday, man. Monday's the worst. Well, I've been up for hours because I was traveling this morning, so I'm a little more raring to go. And then usually I have 1 cup of coffee a day, but today, because I was traveling, I got the extra super brain shot latte from Starbucks. So I feel like I'm going to come through this computer.
I know the feeling.
People.
I know
we are joined by an internet baby. Hello, Mr. B. And this guy, Steven. What's up, Steven? Good morning, Brian Porter. All right, cool. So we're going to take a look. Let me pull up the... Okay, Mr. B always has good jokes, so I'm going to post this. I'm going to post without reading, so I take no responsibility. Me, how are you, boss? Boss, it's Monday. Me, I love Mondays. Why? Because if I don't, I will be as miserable as you. That's harsh, man.
That's very harsh. Extremely harsh.
Looks like someone has a case of the Mondays. All right, cool. So let me share my screen. Let's see here. There we go. Share my screen. I'll go full screen. We're going to look at a handful of tradable instruments this morning and see what Dex has to say about them. And then if you've got any questions, throw them in the live chat, and we'll try to take a look at what you're looking at. I have the weekly chart on the right and the daily chart on the left. And we've just got a couple of simple indicators. These are the indicators we use at Pulse Wave Trading to help us set stop losses. I'm not going to tell you anymore, or else I'd have to hunt down the whole audience and silence them forever because it's top secret, customer only stuff. But we've got the Kumo Cloud here. That's a very helpful little instrument we use to look at things. So first off, we've got Bitcoin. This is the Coinbase chart, and it looks like it's continuing what it's been doing for the last several weeks. How's it look to you, Dex?
Yeah, that's a correct assessment. This is the first full trading week back from the summer vacation. So yeah. I'm actually expecting for markets to make their decisions and start to get a little live here, which is
You've been talking about this for a few weeks, saying that this was coming and we really need to be ready for it because the end of August is everybody's pretty chill.
Absolutely.
Nobody's doing anything too crazy.
Absolutely.
So it's here.
Yeah, we're here now. We are finally here. This is the official real market now, not the fake market, but the real markets that you will be dealing with. And I'm really excited about it because not only are we rife with volatility, but in addition to that, we know exactly now that the real players are back, the real market makers, movers and shakers are back, and the vacation time is over. Everyone's due back into the office. So we should really see as the crowd starts to digest all of the market news from over the summer and what's going on this week and last week, and put it all together and see what happens, what comes out in the wash. So that's where we are right now, which is very exciting.
Yeah, very exciting. So that's Bitcoin. We also we're going to look at a couple of BTC pairs. And I have to say we recently released a new deal for those of you who are crypto enthusiasts who love Bitcoin like we do. We've got our brand new Bitcoin pairs price trigger report, which means you can trade in and out of Bitcoin into the alts and back into Bitcoin using our nightly Pulse Wave price trigger reports. So we've always had a very large crypto report, but it traded in and out of USDT or USD. And so now we have one that trades in and out of Bitcoin for those of you who want to stack Satoshis. So head over to pulsewavetrading.com and you can check that out. That's available even at the starter membership. That's available. So check it out. All right. So this is ETH against Bitcoin. Actually looking a little different than it was last week. A little bit.
Mm-hmm. Right now, you see markets hunting for some kind of equilibrium, some type of balance. And that's what we're seeing right now. Markets trying to digest exactly what direction it wants to go in. So for the time being, we're kind of putting a stop to the selling right now. So the market's trying to find a floor and decide, does it really want to bounce and rally from here? Is the selling over, or is there something else to be sad about? So this is going to be an interesting week for global markets, period.
Mm-hmm. And then going to Litecoin. Yeah, this is Litecoin 1 week on the right. The daily looks very similar. The weekly's a little different.
Yeah, I mean, overall though, the
Overall,
complexion of the markets have not changed. We're
yeah,
still bearish, still in a bear market.
yeah,
Well,
very much.
well established. But the question, like I said, is going to be: is the selling over? Is the market now getting ready to bounce from these levels, or is there something else to be sad about and start selling, resume selling? So it's going to be really interesting to see where markets end this week, because this is going to give the telltale sign of the overall direction, possibly for the remainder of the year.
Yeah,
So this is going to be really interesting. So I'm really excited to see what's going
yeah,
to be on and popping this week. But as far as this chart is starting the week off still very weak.
yeah. Well, this one I just changed it. We're looking at BNB now. Last week we looked at this, and you were concerned that it might be getting ready to really take another leg down.
Yes,
It
still looks
doesn't.
that way.
It looks like it might. It hasn't quite done anything crazy yet, but yeah,
Yeah,
pretty much
it's
where it was last
leaning
week.
in that
It's
direction.
tilting. It's leaning.
Yeah,
It
it's
looks partied
leaning.
out.
It looks like it's overdosed on lean. It's
Yeah.
leaning.
Mr. B wants us to look at a couple of forex pairs. Remind me to do that once we get through this list here.
All right.
All right. This is the E mini for the Dow. This is the futures. This is the mini futures. I think. Hold on, it's still loading.
YM.
I'm not on my lightning fast network at home,
All right.
so we've got to give it a second. I think I'm hurting Kung Fu's feelings because I'm on his internet today. Come on, internet, you jerk. Yeah, still loading. Give me a sec. All right, hold on. All right, for some reason the YM weekly won't load. Let's go to the GC. This is the gold futures,
Okay.
and we'll see if we can get the YM later. I don't know why that wouldn't load, but it
Yeah,
wasn't.
gold's still pulling back. It's the bears are really taking over. What that means is you see people, the bulls are taking profit, and then the bears are piling on top of that. So this one's definitely threatening to break support on the weekly and plummet and fall off a cliff. We don't know how severe the pullback will be, but I think the pullback could be substantial enough to scare the weak people out of the market. And then we have some rampage coming up on the weekly. What's that, December? So we'll see. I still don't think that a spike down is out of the question right before rampage. So we'll
Gotcha.
have to look at this one. Yeah.
See if silver's any different.
Nope. Silver's the same thing, just a little bit weaker.
For some reason, the weekly charts aren't wanting to load for me. There we go. Okay, yes, silver pretty much the same, and then the GDXJ, which is a mining.
Yeah, the one you
chart.
got up now.
This is the GDXJ.
Okay, the one prior to that was the silver chart. That silver chart had a bullish weekly pointer. So
Here, let me try to grab it for you.
I think no, yeah,
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah.
my analysis is correct. Yeah, the market's just threatening to correct a little bit before rampage and making another run. Right now, it's looking like it's in the cards that um, the precious metals are about to, pop off again. So we haven't seen the highs. I don't know. I don't care how severe the pullback is. That bearish pointer must be dealt with, and the bearish pointer is telling us that precious metals will rise, and they're going to rise powerfully. And we're looking at a nice bull market developing in these precious metals. That's what it's looking like.
All right, GDXJ, and then we'll head over to do some forex pairs.
All right, so on the GDXJ, once again, this one is not only does it benefit from the rising price of the precious metals, but unfortunately, it's also hit when those precious metals take a hit. So you see this one moving in concert with its underlining, and it's already broken through the weekly support. Again, this market can tolerate, dropping down even below the Kumo cloud on the daily, right before the rampage comes, and it looks like what, December?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So same thing, same story.
Okay, cool. All right, let me grab it. Where's my forex? Oh, that's not my forex. thought I had a forex. Oh, here's a forex list. All right. Let's look at some of your favorites if I remember what they are. First, the euro yen.
Yep, euro yen is moving in concert with the S&P 500 as it should, and looks like we have not finished running on the bull side. As you can see, the market is chasing the bullish pointer on the daily chart. So I don't know how much more upside that's going to be. We just know that we have upside coming. I think the market's going to probably try to chase the bottom of the Kumo cloud on the daily. Where that goes on the weekly is yet to be seen, but we're probably going to peter out around, let's see, I want to say 121 on the euro is possible before the bears re-enter the market.
Okay. All right. Dollar Canadian or Canadian dollar.
All right. So this one, unfortunately, is being pulled down by crude oil prices, and it's following in sync. But
All right.
there's a question as to the bullish pointer on both the daily and weekly charts. So at some point, this selling is going to cease, and then we will be running back higher again.
All right. And then look at the Australian dollar.
Yep. Australian dollar is, racing toward the bottom of the Kumo cloud on the daily, where it's going to meet resistance. And then at that point, because we're nearing the resistance now, I think the sellers will re-enter the market temporarily and push prices back down. I think that you could get a little extra volatility on the Australia. It may not track tick for tick with the precious metals at this point, just because keep in mind at the end of the day, the Australian dollar is still a currency and is subject to those economic factors and conditions. So I think we could see a little bit more volatility in the Aussie as it, wibbles and wobbles and tries not to fall down. But at the end of the day, I think that once the pullback in the precious metals is done, then the Australian dollar should run again with it.
All right, cool. All right, that wraps it up. Thanks everybody for watching. You have any last thoughts for this week, Dex?
Yeah, peep the economic calendar that I posted in the room. That's going to be very important, so you can know what's coming up this week. We do have a handful of government reports coming out that that are threatening to possibly be market moving events. So keep your eyes and ears open for that, and you'll see that in the Pulse Wave tab in the trading room.
All right, awesome. All right, and you can become part of that room and the great service that we have at pulsewavetrading.com. Pulsewavetrading.com. We'd love to have you. It's absolutely phenomenal, getting better every day. And of course, you get full access to Dex on our wonderful trading community. All right, folks, we're out. Thanks for watching. Also, check out roguenews.com, which has been very active lately. Great articles posted every day. And you can also follow us on Twitter. Check the links in the description. All right, thanks for watching. We're out.